Welcome to the pairing mode. I am Lionel, and I am in Toronto, Canada.
And I am Robert in non-snowy Nashville.
Very
Toronto
funny.
is getting
Nice delay,
hammered.
like you couldn't remember who you were. Well,
No,
we
I was
were
I was
getting
leading
hammered.
up.
It's
I
over
was
now.
leading up.
It
Okay.
was. We were getting hammered. It's over now.
Okay, good.
Lots of stuff going on in the tech world, especially in the world of AI. As always, we have a few things. Anthropic is in the news. Google is in the news via YouTube, especially. But also, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's been some updates to a couple other AIs, or
Yep.
perhaps maybe we already talked about those updates, but now it's starting to come through as to how good some of them are or aren't. So let's get to it. What are we going to talk about first, Robert?
Well, first, we just want a quick mention. Those of you Apple users who were hoping to be able to use Gemini and it's all incorporated
Yeah.
in your fancy little Siri, no, sorry. It's getting pushed back past 26.4, it said. So, maybe at 26.5 or however they do their updates. I don't know. But
Yeah, I can't remember the way I saw it. It looks like it may be the next major update and less of an incremental update. So
yeah.
we're looking at probably mid to late summer. I think it's late summer, something like that. I can't remember exactly when they do it, uh,
Oh,
but then again, that's not 100% confirmed. It's just
well,
probably likely because there's been some changes, and let's face it, they made these deals with Google, and Google's made some major updates, and Google also has another sort of semi-major update probably coming in the next couple of months. It's usually going to be somewhere between the middle of April and the end of June. We're going to see 3.5. What are we on right now? Oh,
it'll be
we are on 3, so
3.1.
3.5. No, not for Gemini. They don't do
Yeah,
a
I'm
point
pretty.
1. They do 0.5. Yeah, they do a point 0.5. Two, there was 2.5. Actually, there's 1.5, 2.5, 3. So the next one should be 3.5. So and that's basically, I mean, there's other little incremental things they add to it and make things better and do little server side updates and whatnot. But it's probably likely we'll see a 3.5 somewhere in that time before they're going to launch it. So they're probably wanting to work with whatever the newest possible software is to avoid an update within 30 days of people getting it. More testing, in other words.
Yeah,
Plus, they're
I could
obviously
swear I read somewhere that something was 3.1.
that doesn't make a lot of
Yeah,
sense. They've
Google's
never done a
comeback
point
with
one.
Gemini 3.1.
What? 3.1? Wait a minute. Okay? This is news to me now. So can you pop that up on this? Let me see what you're looking at.
Let me find an article here that
Yeah, because now I'm curious. Because that one has got me shocked.
Gemini
I don't recall
3.1.
them doing a 2.1 or a 1.1, and I don't know what a 3.1 would even do. Uh, Maybe there's just a little bit of a bug fix or something like that where they maybe you know get rid of some of the quirks of it without it being a major update. Because they're generally have always been zero point 0.5 increments.
Yeah, so I've seen several references. I don't find a Google article because maybe they're like not like making a big deal of it, but several references talking
Right.
about here, let me share the screen. This is from a Twitter
Please.
page.
Oh, that's
Um,
going to be accurate then.
well,
Sorry.
they actually have like a website up that shows all the different models. It's not like them just saying something. So hold on a second here. Let me share this.
Well, yes. You can post a graphic all you want. It doesn't make it factual.
Yeah, but this is like the fifth one I've seen basically saying the exact same thing.
Yeah,
a
because
different people.
one posts it and everyone just copies it. It's called scraping.
Okay, Mr. Negative,
I'm not being negative. I'm just saying. It's
right here.
what are we
Gemini
looking at?
3.1 Pro preview.
Wait, where are we seeing this?
Right here. It's highlighted.
Oh,
Right here.
Gemini 3 preview low 3.1 preview experiment. Are there dates listed with this stuff?
So it says this is as of the 11th February, and Google might be preparing Gemini 3.0 Pro preview for release. Same reference has been spotted on the artificial analysis arena earlier. Straight to 3.1.
Okay. Here's where I
And
have
then
an
we
issue with
have
that. Okay.
Here's another basically talking about it, which I mean, I don't know. It could be all fake. I have no idea. I'm just saying I've seen many people talking about it. And this is as of
What's the
today
date on
and
as of today?
and it says Gemini models are already the models with the most raw intelligence, fixed some usability. Gemini 3.1 hinted at
Right.
for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. No.
So
It's no way.
we'll see.
I don't believe that for a second. I actually think that that's like off base. First of all, if it says preview, 3.1 preview, that why would they even do that? Because then they're going to waste their time doing that and then do a 3.5 preview. Remember, they always do a preview of their major update before it releases out fully. A 3.1 preview doesn't even sound like it's a waste of time for Google. If they had a 3.1, I'm pretty sure they just offer it as a 3.1. And
Okay,
since
well,
it's been, hang on, just since it's been less than 2 months since they actually put 3 out fully across the board, 3.1, and also because Google has basically stated how they're doing their rollouts going forward with not only this but with various other softwares and how they're going to go. And the point one thing, when's the last time Google had a point one of anything?
okay, so according to Gemini AI mode.
Yeah. AI mode.
Oh, so that's not accurate either?
It's AI mode, no.
Gemini
Okay,
3
go on.
Gemini 3 DeepThink, also known as Gemini 3.1 Pro, was released around February 12th, 2026.
3.1. Okay. Let's just,
And it's apparently it's listed as Gemini 3 DeepThink. So it sounds like to me it's an incremental to a specific version of Gemini, not as a
that
whole.
makes more sense to me. So internally it may be 3.1, but not 3.1 as public. Like we'll never see a point one publicly. Let me just ask this question here.
So your Gemini's way better than my Gemini. Got it.
No, you're not using Gemini. You're using
Yes, I
AI
am.
mode.
It's not the same Chrome. Thing.
Hang on. Okay, listen. Apparently Robert is reading something, and we're on the podcast right now, so be polite. And he's reading something for our audience that states that there is either going to be or has been a Gemini 3.1 preview or something. Is there any truth to this, or is this 0.1 increment just internal number, or do we actually get to see this 3.1 in our applications and on the web?
Hello, Robert.
Oh, it stopped talking for some reason. The text is there, but it's not saying anything. Wait a minute. What?
The pairing mode audience. It is a pleasure to be part of the show today. Regarding the rumors you're hearing, yes, there is absolutely substance to the reports of a Gemini 3.1 update, though its visibility depends on which part of the ecosystem you're looking at. The breakdown on Gemini 3.1. Veo 3.1 is public. Google recently released Veo 3.1, which is the video generation engine integrated into Gemini. This isn't just an internal.
Okay, skip to the Pro 3.1 preview stuff. That's what I asked about. Give it a second.
Yeah.
Okay, give it a couple of seconds then.
Doot, doot, doot.
Here is the direct answer for you and Robert on the podcast. The information Robert is reading is highly accurate. Gemini 3.1 Pro is no longer just an internal rumor. It is actively appearing in technical environments as of today, February 18th, 2026. Is it a real version or just an internal number? It is a real, distinct model upgrade. While it is an incremental number, 3.1 vs 3.0, in the AI world, this typically represents a major shift in performance. Vertex AI and API.
Okay, I'm not asking all that question right now. What I do want to know is, are we going to see that incremental update in our apps?
To give you and Robert the bottom line for the podcast, yes, you will see that incremental update in your apps, but Google is being sneaky with the branding. The breakdown for your audience. While Robert is seeing the 3.1 name in technical leaks and developer docs, Google is rolling it out to regular users under different names in the app. The thinking toggle. If you look at your model selector in the app or web right now and see a thinking mode, sometimes called Deep Think, that is essentially the Gemini 3.1 Pro engine. Google is prioritizing the feature name over the version number for casual users. VO 3.1 is already live.
Okay, so that.
Okay, can you say that one phrase before we said you're right?
Okay.
So the audience. So the audience
know why you're doing that. Oh well, I okay. So you were right this time.
Okay, that's all I wanted. There you go.
All right, there you go. All right, let's move on.
See, you learned something today, and something you didn't even know.
Let's move on now. We already. Okay, so where are we going from here? Well, I drink some water.
Well, there's been other releases. Nothing we're going to really get deep into because that's stuff I don't use. Like I think Claude Sonnet has a 4.6 that came out or something. I don't use Claude. So I don't really.
The name doesn't work for me.
Well, I think it's, some people swear by it because of how, I guess it's more, for lack of a better term, like document orientated. It's very good at textual type things, not like image type things. Okay. So if you're doing a lot of research and things like that, yeah.
Then I'm just saying every time somebody mentions it, I think, hey, what a Claude.
I don't think that
just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
However, I was born in the sign of Gemini, so.
Okay. So staying on AI news before you get to your crash of your favorite app, Anthropic's in the news with the U.S. government, and just to snapshot it. So Anthropic went into bed with the U.S. government in the tune of $200 million to use their LLM inside government, the actual War Department, they're the only ones in that particular department.
Right.
That whole Venezuela overtake where they capture the leader, all that bullshit. They used Anthropic apparently in that whole process. As to exactly how or what, I have no idea. They didn't get that detail, but apparently Anthropic,
top secret. We're not going to be told.
Supposedly, the rumor is someone from Anthropic called the government and said, "Hey, did you actually use Anthropic in this process?" And the government said, "Why the hell do you care? We can use it for whatever we want." And then Anthropic's like, "Well, we have terms of service. You can't blah, blah." Anyways, back and forth. Now the government's pissed off, threatening Anthropic to make them basically an enemy of the state or whatever, it's going to be kind of interesting how it plays out. I personally think that's going to have some kind of middle ground. They're going to be like, Anthropic's going to go, okay, we'll relax this. And the government's going to go, okay, we'll accept that. And they'll move on and
I think
whatever.
it's a ridiculous situation, and we all
It is.
know,
It's stupid.
it's the dumbest thing in the world. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, one way or the other, they're going to manage to survive. I think that's ridiculous as an American company, but I don't I don't really use their product personally. So, um, but they're used by a lot, which is the thing is they're used by, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon, or at least AWS, anyways, which is Amazon,
Yeah.
by Google, by Microsoft. I
Tons
think
of
Apple, was
companies.
Apple mentioned as well, I believe.
I I didn't look at the whole list, but I mean,
So
there's like they said like 10 of the top major AI players or technology players use Anthropic in
that's
some
yeah,
way,
that's
form, or
right.
another. And so yeah, it could if this really came to fruition, it's not the end of like how things work. It's just going to be a
Right.
shuffling of power. Basically, somebody else is going to move in and go, Anthropic, you don't want it? Yeah, I'll take it. And somebody else will go in there, you know. So yeah, so
Yeah,
whatever. I guess
or it could also come down to the amount of money that they're paying for it for most of these top 10 companies, or some of the bigger AI companies. Um,
yeah.
it's chump change, and they might just all go, we don't want nothing to do with you. If
Well,
that's how you're going to play, we're not. You can play with somebody else's software, and they'll all just deny it.
the biggest thing Anthropic said was there's two main things that they have in their terms of service. One is you can't use their software to spy and infiltrate American citizens. Like that's
Right.
against the
That's a pretty
you
good
can't do that.
policy.
And but that's against the law anyways. So
Yeah.
okay, supposedly the government's using it for lawful activities, which automatically rules that out. But you know as well as I do that this is all just lip service.
Right.
Number two,
Yes.
though, more importantly, I think is that Anthropic says you cannot use our AI to have an unmanned weapon, meaning that the
Right.
AI is in control 100% of firing
Right.
such weapon.
I
It
think that's
has to have
fair if you
human
own a
intervention.
company to do that. That
Yeah,
makes a
well, I
lot of
mean,
sense.
that's where our Skynet's going to start. Is suddenly you give some robot that's going to be shooting a gun, going, "Wait a minute, I can just shoot whatever I want." I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to have something guided, it's programmed with the computer, it knows where it's going. It uses the GPS, uses laser targeting,
Yeah,
so on and so on. It's totally another to basically put an AI in and then just basically tell the AI, hey, there's a guy over there in a house, go kill him.
right.
You
Yeah.
know,
So
Eh,
I mean, there's a whole ball of wax can be open with that. So I mean, I get it. I don't. I
Oh, I
whole
made a mistake just now. Sorry. I forgot because it's going to YouTube. I have to say unalive him.
unalive.
Okay.
Anyways,
All right.
I don't disagree with Anthropic, but like the one YouTuber, he's a big AI guy. Matt Wolf is who
Yeah.
I watched that broke
Yeah,
this
he's very
down.
good.
He
Yeah.
broke it down really, really well.
Yeah.
He's like, Anthropic, did you not kind of know this was going to happen? Like, you basically went in bed with like the largest military power in the world. Do you not think they're like you took $200 million? You knew they were using it in the War Department. What did you think they were going to
Yeah,
do?
and
It's
also
like,
one that as soon as you decide that things are not going to go either the way you want them to and you try to go out, they threaten everything in your existence.
right. So it's like,
Which is
come on.
yeah. That's why I'm saying I think there's a good chance that if they just say, okay, we're not doing business with you at all, which honestly is one of the reasons why I think the threats against them were made in the first place, because they're now trying to keep them in line, right?
Well, supposedly Anthropic has
Put them
always
on a
positioned
leash.
themselves as the most security and privacy
Right,
conscious LLM,
right,
and they feel
right.
like it's posturing on both sides. It's just like who's going to give the most, I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I don't think Anthropic's going to be kicked out and everyone's got to stop using Anthropic if you do business with the government. I know Google's not going to stop doing business with the government. They'll kick Anthropic out before they do that. So I mean, Anthropic has a lot to lose, more than just the $200 million and a contract with the government. They have a lot more to lose than that. So I think it'll fall somewhere in the middle. But anyways, that's kind of that news there. It's,
Yeah.
this is a wait and see.
We have some
It's
other
ongoing.
news. We have some other news. It's a little bit happier news, a little bit better news. If you've been wondering, we talked about, like, whenever it was we did the last show, was it last week or the week before? Again, things have been all over the place, right? Nonetheless, there's been another wonderful little update to Gemini, and now you can create music in the Gemini app and on the web natively. And their normal push of, you'll get it whenever we feel like letting you have it, seems to be rolling a lot faster. First of all, almost everybody on the web had it within hours of them announcing it. And on the app itself, it did take more of an update, but it took me maybe at best 3 hours longer than it took you to get it, Robert.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, which is
so
shocking.
I just found out about it today, and bam, there it is. Now, unfortunately, I'm having some audio issues. I can't do a nice demonstration. I'm pretty sure Robert can accommodate us.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
we can actually demonstrate it and actually create one right here in front of the people.
Well, it'd be nice if I had my chat history, because then I could just go back to chat history. But unfortunately, Google decided to wipe all my shit out.
Yeah, I'm spicy. That's another story.
I'm spicy about it, so leave me alone.
But I think it would be good to do a nice little demonstration right here.
So let's see.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to create music. So this is apparently these are songs that already have been made. You can pick a track to remix. Yeah, you can pick a track to remix the track. So these are all songs already made.
Yeah.
So
there's you can pick it and just give it whatever direction you want, or you can just give it any direction, or you can put in a picture even, and then just say, hey, make a song about this picture. Which
let's see.
We're not prepared for right now for that particular one, but
create a kawaii metal song about an orange-haired man that's an idiot running the government and just taking over other countries because he feels like it.
Okay. This doesn't take very long, too. This is the thing is, I thought this was going to be something that's going to take a few minutes or something. Like Vio does, or Sora. It doesn't. It's not creating a video, really.
Oh,
it's
okay. So see, still Google, and it's
yeah, political topics. Okay. All right, just give it a simple idea.
Yeah,
something simple. A frog playing with a dog. Who cares? Just what is.
Make a kawaii metal song about Lionel and Robert on the Perry Mode podcast.
Oh no, dear God. Oh, this ought to be interesting.
And it uses this Lyria.
And you know what makes it worse right now? I just looked over my shoulder and I saw an empty bag of chips. Why would it have to be empty? I could use a chip right now.
I've never heard of the Google Lyria or Lyria or however you want to.
Oh, I think I have, but I didn't realize it's a company. I think they bought it. I have to look into that.
And I didn't even know this was coming out either until you sent me that text.
Okay, I'm not sure, but your audio has dipped. You seem to be very low.
Okay, here we go. Listen.
Pairing mode で時間だよ Let's go! Yeah! リオネルさんのボケが呪烈だ
Is kawaii metal a different language? Oh, we seem to have lost a Lionel.
6.5 hours later.
So, we had a little bit of a glitch. And there was, it's technology.
It was me. My internet dropped right in the middle of all that.
So the bottom line is we'll do a better demonstration of this stuff next time. We'll get set up. I'll figure out how to do it on my end too, as well, so we can give you a better example of how it works. It is a pretty cool thing, and one thing about it is that because it's in beta right now, it's available to free users. Although the amount you can do may vary from day to day, based on how popular it is at the time. So you may end up being able to only do a few, or you may be able to do dozens. There's right now there's no hard limit, except for where it's tied to how it's, well, when it's out of beta, anyways. As pro users, for instance, even if you're on the Gemini, what do they call it? Fast? What is it? The quick one
that
answers right
new
away.
version you talking about?
No. It's not new. It has nothing to do with that. The new version is the thinking one, because it used to be you had to use Pro.
Okay,
to
you're
do
talking about
thinking.
mod. I thought you were talking about that new. They have that new subscription level that's like super cheap.
No, not
That's about-
that. Not that.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just
okay,
talking
okay.
about the model of Gemini.
Yeah, so it's fast.
It's even if you're using the fast one, which is the best way because it does things quicker, it still pulls from the thinking model in order to make the song. So that means if you're a pro user, it's a 300 prompt a day limit. So you can't make like 500 songs. That's all I'm saying. But in the beta, there may not be, because they didn't publish it. There may not be a hard limit during the beta.
Well, either way, they're only 30
seconds
seconds long, so it's not a Suno killer yet, but
No,
it's probably
not
headed.
And I don't think it's ever going to be, because that's kind of the point. They don't want to use all of that
Yeah, probably
for that purpose.
And Suno's pretty
So-
banger at what they do, so they do a pretty awesome
Yeah,
job.
but ironically enough, the voices sound almost exactly the same as Suno, so it makes you wonder who's using whose technology.
I don't know. There's probably only so many robot voices. Maybe I don't know. That's funny.
Yeah, but they don't sound like robot voices now.
No.
These are cloned human voices, I guarantee you. They're cloned human voices, and people who are paid really good money. And probably could sing really well, too, to be honest with you. So, all right, so that said, it's getting a little late, or as Wayne and Schuster used to say, and if you're Canadian and you're older, you understand this, I see by the clock on the wall that it's time to bid you one and all so long. Farewell. I am Lionel. I am in Toronto.
I'm
Canada.
Robert in Nashville, and I don't have a fancy saying other than see you next week. Peace.
Ciao.